He never ceases to amaze with his overall play and talent.
Tough serve passed by Choi. Rosenthal and Neuster in the middle, picked up by Darcy. Sheward flings it out to the pin, dug by Keone Thim, set back out to Thim on the give and go, goes off the top of the block, dug by Flexen, back to Darcy. Darcy with a cross-court sizzle, backyard barbecue.
I think you're going to see Irvine trying to go over Thim a little bit more than they did last night. He's obviously a shorter blocker. He jumps very, very well, but it takes time to get up.
That makes it 1-0 to start off our first set here in the Brenna Events Center. Grigoriev delivers cross-court tough serve, and he gets an ace, scorching it off of Alekaitan. And with that ace for UC Irvine, that is Max Grigoriev's 25th ace on the season.
He's really, last year he served a jump float, and now he's serving this jump serve with great accuracy and power.
Takes a little off, it passed by Choi. Rosenthal to Thim. Thim goes thumb down on the winner, right in front of Grigoriev.
A nice play by Thim, though. He went up, made it look like he's going line, brought Brent Stewart with him on the outside, and then just turned his thumb in and down, dropped it in with less velocity.
That brings Keone Thim back to serve. Had 10 kills and hit 167 last night. Also chipped in 3 digs for the Rainbow Warriors, one looking at 2. Spin passed by Flexen, Sheward out to Heno. Heno uses and abuses the outside block of Neuster and Rosenthal.
Heno goes up, that arm is just so quick. He waits to see what the block's doing, finds the middle blocker, hits the middle blocker, goes by him out of bounds.
Sheward back to serve for Irvine. The transfer from Hawaii goes towards Thim. Rosenthal back to Todd. Todd off the block of Heno, picked up by Darcy. In pursuit is Power. Free ball coming by Heno, just sets it over. Todd steps in on the free ball pass. Rosenthal to Neuster, blocked by Heno and Campbell. Rosenthal out to Sakanoko, and Sakanoko sneaks it by Darcy and Campbell.
Sakanoko, as we said last night, he's on the same national team with Hilaire Heno in France. And Heno, who has those different tempo shots, is very successful, and so is Sakanoko in changing the tempo of how he hits it.
Neuster back to serve for Hawaii. Neuster last night, 3 kills, hit 600. Chipped in a block as well. Tight pass, saved by Sheward, set over by Darcy. Todd to Rosenthal, and Voss on the stop and pop.
Rosenthal made it fake like he was going to dump, and you have to respect him because his hitting percentage is over 400 as a front row attacker.
He's got a lightning quick lefty swing on that 2-ball. Neuster back to serve for Hawaii, the 6'9" redshirt sophomore middle from Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus North High School. Goes towards Power. Sheward looks, flings it back to Heno. Heno off the top of the block of Sakanoko and Voss.
So all the people tuning in for the first time, get ready for Hilaire Heno. That's 4 different shots he's made in 4 different attempts, and that's what he will do. Hit something different each time.
Stepping back to the service line, Hilaire Heno for the first time on the Anteater side. Heno drills it cross court, then overpass picked up by Campbell. Sheward back to Darcy. Darcy over the block and puts it away with an off-speed shot.
It's a nice change of velocity. He got up and over because he had to get it over Voss and Sakanoko, and he went over the top and just took a little off and let the ball drop into that little hole in the middle of the defense.
5 serving at 3. Heno back to the service line. 42 aces on the season so far. Leads the Anteaters, averaging just over 4 aces per set. Save by Choi, and another save by Rosenthal. Sakanoko swings high, hard, and gets the winner. That's like the triple tower block, and he still got it by.
Same thing. He didn't hit it initially. He waited a second, let the block kind of come down, and then he found Campbell's hand.
Sakanoko, sign of good things to come for Hawaii. Such a good and teachable player.
Very, very talented also. Very good quick twitch.
Rosenthal to Flexen. Sheward back to Flexen on the give and go, and up and away.
He went up and over the top. He can do that if he gathers himself, which he did then. Stay back, and then explode up.
Well, that explosion on his approach, you can see that his long arms throwing it up, getting that extra height on the jump.
Yep.
Some fundamentals of outside attacking. Sakanoko with a hand pass, goes back to Sakanoko and return to sender. Flexing off with Grigoriev at the outside.
Now, last night, Sakanoko got some really good line shots, both on the left and the right. It's obvious that Irvine is going to take those line shots away from him.
Campbell on the hybrid, hand pass by Choi off the net. Rosenthal back to Sakanoko, tips it. He's denied at the net by Flexen and Grigoriev again. Point going to UC Irvine, 8-4.
Flexen hung, just stayed up there, let him push it in the block, and then got the last touch on it.
Well, that was kind of a trap set, especially when you got a big blocker like that on that side.
Yeah.
Campbell floats it, pass by Choi, Rosenthal in the middle to Voss, and Grigoriev clamps down, point UCI. He literally had the monster clamp on that block as he went over.
Lined up on him, and then Voss went to try to hit wrist away, and he just dropped his left arm right in front of the ball.
9-4, Campbell to Sakanoko tight. Quick back attack for the shake and bake by Guilherme Voss.
Nice play by Rosenthal. He got blocked on the front quick, so he moved Voss on a back one. Nobody in front of him.
Voss, a 6'7" senior middle from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, throwing down and getting the winner, 5-9. That brings Louis Sakanoko back to serve. Freshman from Paris, France, hits that one long. I have to apologize to all our listeners. We are referring to Louis as Sakanoko last night as per our release that was sent to us. But we were corrected by some great friends at a great broadcast, C-Mac.
Chris McLaughlin. He knows his stuff, that guy.
Darcy serves it into the net for a point going to Hawaii. 6-10. Point going to the Rainbow Warriors. Voss back to serve. But a wonderful crowd here tonight. Definitely larger than tonight, and they're still rolling in. Hawaii obviously travels well, but we got a lot of energy. There's alumni in the house.
The alumni house. They had alumni courtesy meal before the match. They're all here, so big crowd. Hawaii always travels so well. They always have loud, boisterous fans that go everywhere.
That is correct, and every time they come, I always gain weight with all the goodies they bring me.
You like those chocolate macadamias, don't you?
11-6, Darcy back to serve for the Anteaters, and he misses long. Not enough snap, and he even took a little off the swing.
This is usually when Irvine gets in a little bit of trouble, when they go 2 or 3 missed serves in a row. Kind of takes the wind out of it.
Alakai Todd back to serve. 12 kills, hit .333 last night. 2 block assists. Primary offense for the Rainbow Warriors, and he gets an ace as it drops on the end line. Darcy was shifting back into his defensive position and let it go.
Alakai hit that with a side spin on it, and it was going cross court to the long part about the court, and that's why it fell in.
That's the Pythagorean theorem, Charlie?
That's
the hypotenuse?
Hypotenuse, yeah. We'll get this down soon.
Todd with an off-speed jumper pass by Power out to Heno. Heno lighting it up down the line. Point going to UC Irvine.
Different shot, number 5.
Well, he's like the Home Depot of attacking right now. Yep. Every single tool down every single aisle.
All the tools.
Max Grigoriev back to serve for Irvine. Grigoriev last night, 6 kills, 1 error, hitting .455. Them on the down ball attack, misses wide, broken play and out of system. Just trying to make it somewhat of a challengeable ball.
Thim jumps so high and has such a great arm swing, but if he has to alter his approach, doesn't get his full approach, he loses some control on the arm swing.
13 serving to 8. Grigoriev back to serve. Grigoriev, no aces last night, but he had 1 ace last night, but he is one of the toughest servers on the Anteater squad as you see Alakai Todd sizzle it through the seam.
That line on the D is a great shot. Usually you catch the inside blocker jumping out to the ball.
And Alakai Todd is getting stronger and stronger as his career progressed. We didn't see a lot of him because he played behind Dimi Muklius.
And
Rado Parapunov. Free ball by Campbell, hand pass by Thim. Rosenthal looks, goes out to Sakanoko. He's blocked, covered by Todd. And down ball by them, dug by Darcy. Sheward out to Hino, and he's denied. And Neustra with a flying punch. Celebrating.
Great block by Neuster. A little bit of an inside set to Hino. That ball has to go cross court. Neuster just dropped in with his left hand.
And Neustra's fired up. When he gets going, watch out for the bows.
Yeah. Don't want him to get going.
10 serving to 13. Them looking to serve again for Hawaii. Them high toss with a lot of spin, goes into the net. 14 serving at 10, and it's fair to say this is crunch time. We're 1-2 weeks out of the postseason here, and teams are beginning to kick it up again.
Yeah, really ramping it up. They all are ramping it up.
Sheward goes cross court. Them on the perfect pass. Rosenthal, Neustra are dug by Power. Sheward out to Darcy, and he's denied, and Neustra delivers again.
That set from Sheward was just about 5 feet inside and low. It's not a good combination. Tough ball to hit, easier ball to block.
Substitution for Hawaii checking in for the first time. The 6'7" graduate student setter from Naperville, Illinois. That's Kevin Colling, transfer from Lewis University. 11 looking at 14. A lot of spin on the toss. Goes down the line. Tough serve. Flexing on the pass. Back to Hino from Sheward. And he sneaks it between Voss and Sakanoko. It looks like they had a collision. And Voss is rubbing his shoulder, but we have a media timeout. So it's within 25 to 30 miles. Sakanoko, tight pass. And on the love shove is Tread Rosenthal.
That's what I said. He's just so high up. He gets his hands up on top of the ball. Unless you're right in front of it, catching it almost before he does, he can throw that thing down just like that every time.
Now you wonder why we call it the love shove, because you either love it or you don't.
I'm not so sure I love the name Love Shove.
Rosenthal, tough serve, pass off the net, set by Sheward, high ball to Flexen, roll shot, dug by Rosenthal. Them sets the ball to the right side to Todd, and he goes off of Power, bumped off of Darcy, free ball by Sheward, hand pass by Them, Rosenthal to Sakanoko, dug by Power on the one-hand stab, Flexen, cross court, ripping, point UCI, Cole Power just stuck out his paw,
Stuck his arm
perfect
out
dig.
of control. That was, he couldn't get 2 hands on it, had to get 1. The pickup by Sheward was really good also.
Checking in for the first time, the Connors substitution, Dom for Campbell. 16 serving to 12. Dom, the 6'4" junior outside hitter serving specialist from Danville, California.
Not sure what happened. Max Grigoriev tried to leave the court, and he's front left now.
He wants to play libero now, Charlie.
He could. He's played every other spot.
Dom hits the hybrid, cross court to Sakanoko. Rosenthal, high ball, inside set, but Alaka'i Todd says, inside, no problem.
Just, you looked right by the block, Max barely missed it, and he looked at the sideline, put it right in front of the sideline. Great swing by Todd.
And we got some quality blockers committing to Todd at the outside in, so the fact that he even thumped it as hard as he did, pretty amazing.
He barely got it by.
Sakanoko on the jumper, chops it, pass by Power, Sheward to Grigoriev, dug by Sakanoko. Rosenthal back to Sakanoko, and he scrapes the sideline on the bick. How fast is Sakanoko?
That's 2 shots. That's 2 shots that have been right on that sideline over there.
Well, we're going to have a challenge by Coach Niffen, and that was close to the line. I thought I saw in from my vantage point, but he's going to end up, I'm going to guess he's going to challenge. We'll see. Nope. We're going.
We're playing.
Play on. 14 looking at 16. Luis Sakanoko back to serve. Sakanoko, again, the 6'5" true freshman from Paris, France. On the French national team, hits that one off the new video board.
Whoa, I saw alum Jared Jensen here. That might have broken his record. He hit one like that at the Pyramid. It might still be going up at the Pyramid.
William Darcy back to serve, 17, serving to 14. Darcy off speed. Perfect pass by Choi out to them, and look out below. Welcome to the highlights zone, Keone Thim.
Yeah, you got one blocker on him. If you show line, you've got to take away cross court.
Look at that 10-foot line wrist rocket as Kai Taylor checks in for Guilherme Voss.
Kai Taylor is a local boy.
HB.
Coached him for many years.
Taylor's listed at 6'2", the redshirt freshman from Costa Mesa, California, and Capitol Valley Christian. Goes down the line to Flexen, pass off net, hand set by Power, inside set to Flexen, dug by Sakanoko. Rosenthal inside set to Thim, tips it, and Thim just changes the pace of the ball and unable to get it up as Flexen.
Well, when you see the rally is going back and forth, Tim is in to help with the block, help with the dig. He doesn't really get an outside approach, so there's no approach at all. He's got to do something off speed. The defense has to be alert to that.
Taylor steps back to serve again for the Rainbow Warriors, trailing only by 1 now. A lot of spin on the toss, goes down the line and misses just long. We know it's long because it almost hit our lines official, John Park.
John Park is a good man.
That was courtesy of Kai Taylor in Officiation Appreciation Week. Off the lines official. Substitution for UC Irvine, Akil Tangatur in for Nolan Flexen. Tangatur was big in last night's second set with the 4-point service run. Not for aces, but enough to keep Hawaii out of system. Tangatur, the 6'2" graduate student from Pacific Palisades, California, delivers off the cable. Choi, great pass to Rosenthal, back to Todd, and he knocks it off the block for the winner. Point going to Hawaii, 17 serve to 18.
Todd has definitely come out aggressively tonight. Swinging hard, high and hard.
He let that thing rip off of Grigoriev. Todd now back to the service line for Hawaii. Todd now with 3 kills, hitting .600. Sheward pushes it out to the pin, and he tools it off of Rosenthal, just like a sitting duck attack. Rosenthal showed his hand. Heno just laughed at him.
Like so many blockers do, Rosenthal was following the ball the whole way and wasn't watching Heno. Heno went up with that one hand. You could see he's just going to push and shove.
Grigoriev back to serve for UC Irvine. Grigoriev, 1 kill, and now add an ace to his stat line. Actually, my bad. That's ace number 2 on the night for Grigoriev. So make that 26 aces on the season for Grigoriev.
Exactly. And 4 of the last 5 national champions are from the Big West Conference.
20 serve to 17. Grigoriev back to serve, and he goes into the net. Good timeout taken by head coach Charlie Wade. 18 serving at 20, which brings the deadly server from the stripe, Keone Thim, back to serve.
He has hit a 78-mile-per-hour serve at UH in a game, which is amazing.
25th in the nation in aces at 33 on the year. Sheward shoots it out to Heno. He's blocked, covered by the Anteaters. Heno rolls it down the line with the right hand, dug by Choi. Rosenthal outside to Sakanoko, off the block and down. Sakanoko levitating at the left pin. And like that, the Bows are knocking on the door at 19-20. Them back to serve again. And I was saying earlier that he is 25th in the nation nationally aces. That's .402 aces per set. Goes cross court, pass by Power, trap, tipped over the block, dug and blocked by Sheward. And we're gonna have a challenge by Hawaii that Sheward netted, I'm sure. Brian Brokenbow, the official, the R1, goes, as you see the replay, oh, he's clear. So we formally have a challenge by Hawaii on the call that there was a net on the play. Original calls that there was no net by Brett Sheward.
And the difference would be if the ball, we'll check it out.
Sheward to Thim. Rosenthal on the love shove, or just the shove.
Yes.
Point going to Hawaii. 20 serve to 21.
Soon you should see Irvine adapting to that. Will Darcy Darcy wanted Rosenthal to come to him. He wasn't going to go to Rosenthal. He's going to have to get over in front of Rosenthal to stop that.
That brings Kurt Neustrower back to serve for Hawaii, and we are Coach David Niffens talking to the R2 on duty. Thought we were gonna have another challenge there, but apparently we will not. So Neustrower steps back to serve, gets the whistle from Brian Brokenbow.
Not sure what the challenge could have been, what David Niffen was talking to Chris about.
Neustrower with 2 block assists on the night, serves that one in the net. Maybe that was just to slow down the momentum by Hawaii.
It was a good slowdown.
So we got 22 serving at 20 as Hilaire Heno goes back to the service line. Heno on the night, 5 kills, 1 error off of 9 swings, hitting .444. Heno, the 6'8" junior outside hitter from Pornichet, France. Cuts it cross court, pass by Thiem. Rosenthal in the middle of Voss, dug by Power. Schuard on the 40 to Heno, dug by Thiem. Rosenthal legs it, gets underneath it to Todd at the right side. Dug by Schuard. Ball's coming, but comes out of play. Point going to Hawaii, 21-22. Daniel Liu, our producer, with the save on me personally.
Yeah, he did save your life, let me tell you. You're indebted to him.
I need his Venmo account, I think. 21 looking at 22. Rosenthal back to serve for Hawaii. Rosenthal with 12 assists and 2 block assists as well as a dig. Goes cross court to Heno. Schuard outside of Flexen off the block, dug by Sakanoko. Rosenthal back to Todd. Todd dug by Schuard. Power bump sets left side to Flexen. He looks, tips, dug by Rosenthal. Choi hand sets right side to Todd. Todd sets it over, picked up by Power. Goes the wrong way, saved by Schuard. Flexen reaches up, dug by Rosenthal. Sakanoko hand sets high in the middle. And Todd dug by Heno. Joust at the net, 1 out by Campbell, over, and Darcy try with a dig, saved by Rosenthal. Down ball by Sakanoko, picked up by Heno. Schuard to Heno, tip. Troy digs it, and knocking off the block is Darcy. Holy cannoli. I'm out of here. I'm out.
Yeah, we need an oxygen tent for Rob on that rally. Unbelievable rally. That has to be the rally of the year right there.
Oh my goodness, everyone. Choi was all over the place. I'm pretty sure he cloned himself on defense.
Well, Heno made that last shot. Heno made that last hitting the 40 and setting it over the open spot. It went last night. They've obviously seen that and corrected that.
Rosenthal high ball to Todd, and he swings wide into the Gucci row. Point going to Irvine. And that brings us to set point Irvine, serving at 21. Campbell, the 6'8" junior middle blocker from San Diego, goes into the cable. Point going to Hawaii. 22 serving a set point number 2, which brings Luis Sakanoko back to serve. Sakanoko usually has a green light to grip and rip from the service line.
He has a tremendous serve. Fast and with touch, both.
High spin toss, goes off speed to Heno. Schuard sets middle to Grigoriev. He's dug by Rosenthal, and Grigoriev lights it up in the middle for a point. And set number 1 going to UCI. Them on the night. Already has an ace to his name and 3 kills as well as 2 digs. Schuard goes outside to Heno. Heno winds up, swings, and sends fire in the hole.
That's not fire in the hole. That's over the block and down.
Just that was a big block, Charlie.
That's a big block. He gathered himself and got up, went right over the top.
1 serve to 0. Grigoriev back to serve. Grigoriev already 2 aces on the night. And offensively, only 1 kill, but he's doing other things from other spots as Choi passes to Rosenthal. Todd on the swing, and double trouble by Campbell and Heno.
Great drop in block by Campbell. Just dropped that right hand right into the angle.
That is one player that we've seen mature and just develop exponentially since his first year.
Every season he's gotten better and better.
Grigoriev back to serve again. Little spin serve misses long. Point going to Hawaii. 1 serving to 2. That brings Kurt Neustrower back to the service line for Hawaii. Neustrower has 2 block assists. It's only been set 3 times. but has been more the defensive player tonight for the Bows. Neustrer gets up on the line, goes down the line towards Heno. Schuart, one-hand dish, and covered on the block by Voss. Picked up by Campbell, set by Heno to Darcy at the right side, and he knocks it off the cable and down.
That was a nice impromptu set by Heno. He didn't realize that Darcy was back row, and he started to set it near the net. Then in the last second, he realized it, took the ball far enough off, and Darcy made a nice play down the line.
3-1, Schuart back to the service line to Sakanoko. Sakanoko on the give and go, dug by Schuart, goes up and over, picked up by Voss. Rosenthal fakes the attack, and Voss hits it wide, but they're gonna call a touch off the block. Trying to see if anyone's gonna admit it, but Coach Niffen walking up to Campbell, and Campbell immediately says, yeah, Coach.
I got it. He wasn't proud of it, but he was honest.
There was like a shame. His head was down. I got it, Coach. That brings Chet Rosenthal back to serve. Another sign of good things to come for Hawaii down the line here.
He's
that freshman setter.
Great server also.
Flexen, perfect pass. Campbell on the swing. Recovering is Choi. Down ball by Thim, dug by Schuart. Power bump sets right side to Heno. Heno tipped it high, line over, and back in the beach. They call that the jumbo, but it was down the line.
Shot number 7, different kill number 7 for Heno.
How did he even see that Choi was moving inward on that?
Well, that's what he gets. He feels it. Feels the movement, feels where the void is.
4 serving a 2. Heno back to serve for Irvine. Heno on the evening, 7 kills, 1 error, hitting .462. Sakanoko, tight pass. Rosenthal, one-hand set. Sakanoko cuts it, dug by Darcy. Going over, and a double contact called on Irvine because Darcy passed that ball up top at the net.
He's saying if Darcy hits it before Voss hits it, then it's a double hit contact.
We're seeing the replay here. Darcy freeballed that right on top.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a simultaneous contact.
Simultaneous.
So they are going, Coach Dave Niffen's going to challenge, but that's a non-challengeable play this year. Actually, he pulls back. He had the hand on the pistol, but decided to keep it in the holster.
Yeah.
He holstered
but
the green
as you
card.
said, I don't know if that's challengeable, though.
Yeah, definitely not challengeable, at least this year. I know a lot of discussions are coming up as power passes assured. Darcy tips it high, hard, and down. Point going to Irvine. Darcy, the 6'10" sophomore opposite hitter from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Phenomenal area, by the way, if we ever get the chance to visit. I'd like to go down to Tugan and surf. Hybrid by Campbell. Rosenthal out to Thim. Thim blocked at the net, covered by Rosenthal. Hand set by Sakanoko. Todd at the right side, and he cuts it inside the block wisely. Big bodies in front of him, and he just took a little off of it.
Yeah, Darcy actually overran the block, giving him that much room.
4 serving to 5. And that brings Guillerme Voss serving, 2 kills, hitting .250. Voss, a 6'7" senior middle from Rio de Janeiro. Power on the perfect pass. Darcy is denied by the 6-foot Keone Thim. And Keone Thim double fist pump action.
Yeah, that was a nice block. You give him enough time. That ball was high enough that Thim could really gather and then get up and get both hands over the ball.
5 serving to 5. Voss on the hybrid approach, goes off the cable, saved by Gregoria, bump set by Schuart. Flexen challenges the block, dug by Voss, set by Rosenthal. Todd on the swing, dug by Power. Schuart looks, slings it out to Flexen. Flexen off of Thim, dug by Neustrer. Thim sets it over, picked up by Flexen. Schuart looks, shoots middle to Gregoriev, and he stops and pops and throws down a fist pump.
Yeah, we've seen him hit wrist away. We've seen him hit across his body. He gets the ball's a little higher than a normal quick set. Gives him time to look and see where the block is and where the defense is.
6 serving to 5. Darcy back to serve, goes down the line to Thim. Good pass to Rosenthal in the middle. Neustrer, and Neustrer delivering on the quick. Neustrer banging down for Neustrer. That's his first kill on the night. as Alakai Todd goes back to serve. The 6'9" senior opposite hitter from Kailua, Oahu, Hawaii, in the Punahou School. Todd goes into the net for point, going to UC Irvine. And that brings Nolan Flexen to serve, the 6'9" junior outside from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, the transfer from the Masters University. Flexen, big swings tonight as he goes under the net on the serve. Point going to Hawaii. Had to lose that thing in the lights. The R2 is telling everyone to calm down. I think they were...
The two French guys were talking, and that's what he thought they were arguing. They're roommates in France.
Well, Louis looking at Illyria saying, that was pretty funny, huh?
Yeah.
Keone them back to serve at 7-7. Tough serve pass by Flexen. Stewart slings it in the middle to Grigoriev. Covers his own ball, goes over Todd. Rosenthal jousts at the net. One out by Heno.
Heno gets up, touches it second, and says, get back to the weight room.
Well, to be honest, Heno doesn't have too big of biceps.
No, but he's got experience.
That makes it 8-7. You saw that great replay of the joust, but I mean, that's all about technique.
Yep.
Grigoriev back to serve, goes cross court, then perfect pass. Rosenthal out to Sakanoko, off the block and into my broadcast position. Oh, yeah.
Rob grabs the ball and pretends like he's autographing it. What next?
8 serving to 8 with number 8, Kurt Neustra back there. Seems meant to be, Charlie. Neustra having a good night so far, defensively and offensively, creating trouble for the Anteater offense. Tough serve, pass by Flex and tight on the net. Set out to Heno. Heno winds up, swings, block covered by Power, and Campbell hits it wide. And we may have a challenge.
I don't think so.
Actually, Connor Campbell just quickly says, don't do it, coach.
Yeah.
Hawaii with their lead for the first time here in the second set, 9 serving to 8. Neustra back to the service line. Neustra with 1 kill and 2 block assists, delivers on the tough serve, Flex and tight pass, and knocked over by Stewart on the dump. Rosenthal right side, and Todd delivers, popping a cap in the corner. 10 serving to 8, and the Hawaii contingent in the house getting excited as Coach David Niffen has enough. Takes the timeout.
Well, the hardest thing is, as Coach Niffen said to us before, it's here and watching from the corner, and obviously very, very proud of his son.
10 serving to 8 out of the timeout. Hawaii with a 2-point lead. Kurt Neustra back to deliver again for the Bows. Neustra, high spin toss, goes cross court, misses wide into the crowd, knocks a couple fans. Point going to Irvine, 9 serving to 10. And that brings Brett Stewart to serve, the former Hawaii Libero 2-time national champion. Stewart with 14 assists and 3 digs. Goes down the line towards Sakanoko. Pass way off net. Out of system play. Todd swings anyway. Dug by Power. Great diving save. Outside to Darcy. High tip. Dug by Thiem. Rosenthal over on 2. Covered by Power. Stewart sets right side to Heno. Heno looks. Rolls off the block. Dug by Rosenthal. Thiem high ball left side to Sakanoko. Sakanoko over the block. Dug by Flexen. Stewart, high ball, right side, over to Heno, tips, over the block, Sakanoko, the one-hand stab, Rosenthal, right side. Todd looks, and he is denied by Darcy and Campbell on the double dismissal.
Great patience by Irvine in controlling the rally. They had control of that whole rally and just waited to the right opportunity to get the big block in front of it and score.
Well, both sides are showing great discipline and alertness on the court, even seeing what Alakai Todd was doing on the broken plays, looking for blocks. If you want to get good at volleyball, look at what these players are doing tonight.
You know, the key is the block will be in front of you. You need to be hitting it high enough to get it off the top of the block, but also be looking past it to see where the defenders are.
Stewart, a little off speed, pass by Thiem, set outside to Sakanoko, and Power anticipated, but it's dug over the net because Sakanoko just sizzled that with heat.
Yeah, it was Hino was one-on-one with him. He would have thought he would know what his old teammate was doing.
That makes it 11 serving at 10. Tread Rosenthal back to serve, 16 assists, 4 digs, 2 block assists. And while you're at it, 3 kills. Flexen passes off the net. Sheward in the middle, 2. Campbell dug by them. Rosenthal out to Sakanoko, roll shot, and he wisely just takes a bunch off of it, and it hits the floor.
You see there again is an adjustment. Obviously looking, well, Irvine is big. You've got 6'10", 6'9", 6'8", but they don't move very well. So now Hawaii is using some roll shots, trying to create problems for the defense.
And Rosenthal fires off an ace for the Rainbow Warriors. For Rosenthal, that's ace number 38 on the season. He was averaging .45 aces per set. We'll expect that to go up tonight. Rosenthal back to the service line. He delivers cross court to Power. Sheward back to Heno. Heno winds up, hits it off of Sakanoko. Sheward looks back to Heno, high line covered by Thiem. Rosenthal outside to Sakanoko, the French duel. Jousts the net, and it's covered, but one out by Sakanoko. They're calling a double contact on Heno.
I think it was. Heno pushed the ball into the net and then played it out underneath. That was 2 hits.
And Coach David Niffen speaking to the R2 immediately.
And this is where they've lost these points. This is a tough rotation to get out of.
Rosenthal, another tough serve, pass by Power, back to Heno. Heno winds up, swings, dug by Rosenthal, set by Thiem, right side to Alakai Todd. Todd denied by Darcy and Campbell. 6'10" and 6'8" at the door.
Yeah, that seems to be the single way that Irvine is scoring, is with big blocks at the net.
We have 11 looking at 14. Heno serving. Heno on the night hitting 300, 8 kills, 2 errors off of 20 swings, goes down the line to Sakanoko, overpass picked up by Power. Sheward on the 40 to Heno, and he puts it away. And now you got Heno fist clamping and pushing his fist.
Well, you could see that happen. It was basically a free ball coming back, and Cole Power stepped in front of Heno to take the ball and let Heno make a big approach over there to hit the 40.
12 looking at 14, and as you'd expect, a ton of sweat being thrown around here on the court. These guys are going hard at it.
Got the whole coaching staff out there pointing out where it is.
Well, Milan has to be sure.
Milan is, yeah. Milan's the best.
Heno on the night, 9 kills now, hitting .333. He's got 2 digs and a block assist. Led the way for UC Irvine last night, hitting a fiery .679. 20 kills with 1 error on 28
Do you realize
swings.
he got blocked on the very first play of the match last night and got 19 kills and no errors after that?
Outside attack by Todd, misses wide and long, and knocking on the door are the Anteaters at 13-14.
Todd comes in a little bit early on the left. Consequently, the ball takes off on him. He misses the top of the block.
It looked like a miscommunication because they've been running a pretty quick left side attack there.
Yeah, his timing, same thing when he...
Hawaii's hitting 150 and Irvine's hitting 125, so not a very offensive night. As Heno spins it for the ace. That's number 44 on the season for Heno.
If he's hitting the deep one, that short one is money. That thing goes down all the time because they always are backing off.
Correction for Heno, that's number 43. He's pulling now within 8 of Carson Clark's record, season record. Another one as he winds up, misses long. Point going to Hawaii, 15 serving to 14. As Luis Sakanoko goes back to serve for Hawaii. Sakanoko, 7 kills, hitting .333. He's got 4 digs on the night and a wicked jump serve to boot. And he goes long power, almost committed to it.
Great job of dodgeball, though, by Cole Power. Get out of the way. Really, really impressed with Cole Power's intensity tonight. He's moving, he's digging, he's getting in front of the ball, not afraid, getting away from the ball like that one.
Well, I think he saw the dodgeball movie. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I guess.
I think that's what he does for training in Huntington Beach.
He actually lives in Newport, so.
He's suffering for the people in Newport. Connor Dom now in for Campbell, serves at them on the attack, rolls it over the block, pancake, and they're calling it dead. And we're gonna have a challenge by Coach David Niffen that the ball was in fact still in play.
The up referee did not call it. The down referee called it, and the digger was between the down referee and the ball. I don't know how he could call it. He couldn't see it.
Right.
And the up referee did. Now
chatting. So the ball is down. Challenge unsuccessful by UC Irvine. That means they're down to, well.
Now again, I say the down referee who had a body between him and the ball makes the call and then reviews it. Please, something's got to change in that situation.
No, we got to put tinfoil on our heads for conspiracy theory. I'm just kidding, Charlie.
I think that needs to be changed.
16 serve to 15 as Kevin Calling checks in for Guillermo Voss. Calling the 6'8" setter, goes towards Flexen, Sheward out to Flexen, inside set, and he drops it on the line somehow off the floss and still lands in.
That is a very fortunate play. Usually when you drop that elbow, hit the cross court and it hits the tape, it'll take it long enough, bounce it long enough, it'll go out of bounds. He was pretty lucky.
Will Darcy goes back to serve. Darcy, 6 kills, hitting 300s, has 5 digs and 2 block assists. And he gets an ace to boot to add to his stats. Point going to UC Irvine as they regain the lead at 17-16. Darcy recording his 14th ace in the season. Back to the service line goes Darcy, this time into the net. Point going to Hawaii, and we're tied at 17s. And that brings Alakai Todd back to the service line for the Bows.
Todd's got a big, heavy arm, serves a real heavy cross-court ball.
Todd has 6 kills, hitting .053, has an ace to his name and a couple digs. Goes down the line towards Flexen, perfect pass to Sheward, back to Flexen on the give and go, and Flexen wins out, going for that extreme angle.
He went right up and over Neuster. He didn't go line over Rosenthal, who puts up a bigger block. Went right over Neuster.
That brings Akil Tangatour subbing in for Nolan Flexen for serving and defensive specialties, and Tangatour.
Irvine's got to watch Rosenthal, who's now front row, could be attacking with a quick dump.
Tangatour on the spin serve, goes cross court to Choi. It's passed way off the net, saved by Todd. Thim just rolls it over the block, dug by Tangatour, outside to Hano. Hano winds up, swings off of Choi, set by Sakanoko out to Thim. Thim denied by Sheward and Grigoriev. I felt like we said that all last night.
It's a great set by Sakanoko. Push the ball all the way out there.
19
Isn't this fun? This is so much fun watching this.
You see the fans with their signs in support of not only Maximum Overdrive or Max, but Akil Tangatour. Tangatour goes down the line to Thim. Rosenthal outside to Thim on the give and go off the block, dug by Tangatour. Sheward sets middle to Grigoriev, tip, dug by Choi, and it gets dug into the net. Grigoriev faked a poke, and Neuster took his hands down.
Neuster saw Grigoriev go up, make the fake, dropped his hands, allowed him to drop it in. Great dig by Choi, though. Choi is...
Who are back to the service line, 20 serving to 17. Tangatour delivers on the spin, deep over towards Sakanoko. Back to Sakanoko, tips, and Power unable to get underneath it. Sakanoko coming in on the big, but it looked like he may have been a little too early.
Did Power just trip? Is that what? I couldn't see him. My screen was in the way.
Yeah, he actually tripped on that one.
Tripped, yeah.
Anticipated that shot, but got stuck. His foot well, if we were beach, I'd say the sand monster got him. I guess there's a Terraflex monster.
There's a sand monster.
Thim on the serve, goes cross court with a bullet pass by Power. Sheward to Grigoriev. He's blocked at the net by Neustra. Joust to the net, and Sheward. That's volley IQ.
No. That's the bad. No. Sheward attacked it.
That was off the block.
Sheward attacked it and threw it out of bounds.
So we're going to have a challenge by head coach David Niffen. This is a crucial challenge because if he loses it, Niffen's out of challenges until the 5th set. If I'm right, but if you're right, he has one more.
that is not a good call.
So we're looking at a conference between Brian Brokenbow, the R1.
So again, Sheward, the ball's on top of the net. Sheward is front row. He grabs the ball, pushes it into the block, and throws it out of bounds.
So it looks like the universe has been restored here.
Now this is interesting. Grigoriev so far tonight has missed 10 serves. That's a lot. That's a lot of confidence in David Niffen to still have him serving after missing 10.
That makes it 21-18. Grigoriev back to the service line, off speed, pass by Choi. Rosenthal to Todd at the right side, goes off the block, saved by Flexen, and Darcy keeps it in play. Free ball by Grigoriev. Rosenthal goes to Neustra in the middle, who puts it away. Point going to Hawaii, and we may have an injury on the Irvine side because ball to keep it in play. But if you saw it, he had that first ball off the block, ricocheted it back into Darcy, who kept it into play.
See, stretch that arm back.
And then Grigoriev wisely double-hand and gets it over. Great sportsmanship by Hawaii, as I'm sure they're familiar with what has happened here for Kurt Neustrer on the Irvine side, trailing 19-21. We'll see how Irvine responds after the play. Taylor 6'2" outside from behind Costa Mesa, outside to Heno. Heno blocked, covered by Sheward. Power hand sets. Heno inside set, and Voss wins the joust. Rosenthal to Sakanoko, tips it off of Sheward and Campbell, and like that, Hawaii within one at 20-21. Great smart play by Guilherme Voss, and you'd expect nothing less from him.
Oh, there's another very, very intelligent young man, engineering major.
Kai Taylor back to serve again on the spin, goes hard at Ando, and blocked down, saved by Darcy. And we got a double contact. We're tied. Blackjacks, 21s. Kai Taylor let that serve rip, and he went to Andon Karioku, and it just wasn't a very good pass because it was so fast.
I think that's one of the things that Andon still needs to learn about the speed and the velocity of this game is so horizontal compared to what he's used to.
Taylor again rips it. Heno this time goes off the net on the pass. Heno looks, tools it off the block of Rosenthal, goes backwards, saved by Thim. Free ball coming, and taking out the trash on the free ball is Connor Campbell on the crush. 22-21. They tried to get cheeky, and Campbell just hung at the net.
Well, Rosenthal's front row, and I think the Alakai Todd passed it up there, hoping Rosenthal would score on it. And Campbell got to it before he didn't even jump, Rosenthal.
Sheward back to serve for UC Irvine. Sheward, 18 assists, cracks it down the line. Thim, good pass. Rosenthal to Voss, off the block, dug by Sheward. Power steps in, bump set right side to Heno. Heno high off the block, dug by Todd. On two goes Rosenthal, who delivers. Point going to Hawaii, 22-22. Great play by Rosenthal. It's hard to believe the kid's only 17 years old. As Rosenthal steps back to the service line, the very talented freshman from Manhattan Beach, California, and volleyball powerhouse Miracosta High School, goes over towards Heno. Sheward back to Heno. Heno drills it, comes over our way off the dig by Rosenthal. I don't think I've seen Heno hit the ball that hard.
He's on a mission for sure. It's a great dig by our production manager, Daniel Liu. saved you, Rob. You didn't even say thank you.
That's 3 for the night for Daniel Liu.
Leading digger over here in our area.
23 serve to 22. Heno back to serve. Heno, high toss, goes cross court towards Choi. Rosenthal outside to Todd, and he splits the block. Point going to Hawaii. Smart set by Rosenthal. He saw the smaller blocker of Kirioku out there.
Did you see where when Todd came down, he fell backwards, which was what I was saying earlier about on the left. He goes up and he hits the ball late on the way down, which took him back.
We've got 23-23. Sakanoko back to serve for Hawaii. Sakanoko bombs, misses wide, almost hits Coach Niffen. That brings us to set point serving to 23 here in set number 2.
Here's something else to worry about. Connor Campbell has missed 7 serves this game, so he needs to make sure and keep this thing in.
Campbell on the hybrid, hits it deep over towards Sakanoko. Rosenthal back to Voss, and Voss off the quick back attack. We're tied at 24s. That brings Voss back to serve, and that's why you need senior leadership, the go-to guy in the clutch.
Yep.
Voss now with 2 kills, hitting 200. Voss looks to serve for the Bows, hits the hybrid, pass by Kirioku off the net. High ball set to the right side to Darcy. He's blocked at the net by Thim, Nooster, and Todd. And we got a reversal of fortune. Set point Hawaii, serving to 24. The ball was passed off the net and out of system play, so Power had to high ball.
Hard to hit that ball, hard to see it and still see the block.
Voss looking to serve again for the Bows. Hits it cross court and floats it long, tying it up at 25s. That brings a William Darcy back to serve for Irvine.
Now Irvine goes with its smallest front row. Got Sheward and Andon and Max Grigorov.
Average height of 6'2".
Yeah.
Darcy cracks it, pass by Sakanoko. One hand saved by Rosenthal. Thim dug by Heno. Power bumps us outside of Kirioku. Let's see what he does with it. Swings high off the block. Saved by Sakanoko. Rosenthal back to Todd against the grain. And he bounces it off the end line. Point going to Hawaii. Set point number 2. Hawaii serving at 25. Smart shot by Alakai Todd as it goes back to the service line.
It was a nice defense by Sakanoko.
Todd now with 8 kills, hitting 136. Back to serve for Hawaii. Hawaii faithful in the house. Good pass by Heno. Stewart goes to Heno on the 30. Foot dig. Saved by Rosenthal. Todd swings. Goes off the block, and Hawaii steals set number 2. 27-25. As we're all tied up at 1 set apiece. Here in our Big West men's of prepare for a 3rd set, all tied up at 1 set apiece. Actually, that's Tangatur. They rotated Sakanoko on the pass, Rosenthal to Nooster, and Nooster banging away at the block. Point going to Hawaii. Nooster finding more energy after that 2nd set. That brings Keone Thim to serve. 1 serving to 0.
I think Nooster likes that matchup with Max Grigorov. A little smaller block than Campbell.
Thim on the night, 4 kills, hitting 143, serves that one into the net. Scores tied at 1s. Grigoriev back to serve for Irvine. Grigoriev, 3 kills, 0 errors, hitting 500. He's got a solo and 3 block assists, and Max just does it all.
He can do it all.
Grigoriev goes cross court towards Choi, pass off the net. Rosenthal high ball to Sakanoko. Sakanoko rolls it over the top, dug by Tangatur. Sheward back to Darcy at the right side, off the block, and Thim stabs it. Saved by Sakanoko, ball's in play. Thim free balls it over. Picked up by the Anteaters. Heno blocked at the net, picked up by Stewart. Heno swings off the block, dug by Todd. High ball by Rosenthal on the right side of Todd. Todd drills it down the line, dug by Grigoriev. Darcy just pops it up. Swinging away is Grigoriev, dug by Todd. Rosenthal looks, high ball, Sakanoko. Sakanoko sending fire in the hole. Point going to Hawaii, and they are fired up. 2 serving 1. We almost had a Eleo Choi fly into us here. So.
Yeah, you and I were both protecting him.
Rosenthal looks, high ball. Great effort on both sides, but Hawaii winning out as they go up 2-1. Nustra back to the service line. Nustra for Hawaii, the 6'9" redshirt sophomore middle. Heno, perfect pass, shoots over to Campbell, knocks it in the corner. 2 serving 2.
Great vision by Connor Campbell. See the opening over there. Just cut it back to the area 1 corner.
That brings Brett Sheward serving for UC Irvine. Sheward 19 assists. Goes down the line towards Sakanoko. Rosenthal on the joust. 1 out by Rosenthal. Down ball by Tengator, dug by Thiem. Rosenthal on the double hand shot, picked up by Sheward. Rolled over the block, picked up by Voss. Rosenthal high ball to Sakanoko. Sakanoko blocked. 1-hand save by Choi. Rosenthal shoots to Voss. And we got the fast and furious offense on transition.
That was great. Irvine just kept trying to get it back, And then when Hawaii found their opportunity to set Voss, they gave it to him quick and low.
3 serving at 2 and turn the burner up. We are going up towards 10 here as far as heat for volleyball here in the Bren. Rosenthal passed by Tengator. Sheward back to Heno. Heno tips it off the block. Picked up by Heno. Shoot quick. Blocked again. Voss blocked again. Tengator bumps it to the right side. Heno swings, looks for hands, and gets it off the block. And Sakanoko, almost like it hurt his fingers on that.
Sakanoko wasn't going to hide anything. He grabbed his hand immediately and went, ow, that hurt.
Well, the French are going at it here on one side of the net, and back in comes Nolan Flexen. We got a big roar from the crowd. Great play by Akil Tengator. You cannot credit his play enough.
He is so solid.
Heno back to serve, tied at 3s. Heno looks, goes down the line off of Choi. Saved by Rosenthal. Sakanoko looks, swings off the block, goes off the cable. Saved by Darcy. Sheward looks, slings it out to Flexen. Flexen hits it wide. Little low set by Sheward. They're trying to run a super quick ball. 4 served to 3. Break.
You know, you don't need to shoot a fast set out to Flexen. You can just throw it up and let him jump and hit over the top.
That brings Luis Sakanoko back to serve for Hawaii. 10 kills, hitting 400, 7 digs, and 2 aces. Make that 3 aces for Sakanoko. Correction, that's his first ace. I was looking at assists. So Sakanoko.
Someone goes A-C-E-S, not A-S-S-I-T.
For Sakanoko, that's ace number 11 on the season. As he goes back to the service line, up 5-3, rolls it over towards Power. Sheward back in the middle, and Voss clamps down on Campbell, and Hawaii on a roll, 6 serving to 3. Talk about a disciplined blocker. You could see how Voss had just watched.
Voss and Todd, they were both there lined up on him. Both of them were there to block the ball.
Somebody's been watching some game tape, apparently.
Yeah.
Sakanoko back to serve again, bombs into the net. 4 serving to 6. You could tell on that toss he was going for it.
Yeah, yep.
That brings Connor Campbell back to serve for UC Irvine. 4 serving to 6. Campbell 2 kills, floats it and drops an ace in the corner. That ball died and defied the laws of gravity.
Yeah, it looked like it was going out and it just dropped straight down. Got by Choi and right past him dropped.
Straight out of the X-Files, Charlie, straight out of the X-Files. 5 serving to 6, another floatster, passed by Thiem tight. Joust 1 out at the net, and we got a back row attacker violation called against Rosenthal. And he's claiming it was a set. And we're all tied up at 6s. Can't wait till next year when you can actually challenge that ball. Actually, on the women's side for sure. We're waiting on the men's side.
You're still going to look at a replay of it, and there'd be mixed judgment on how to call it.
It is
like that time he had his hands pointing backwards, so he wasn't trying to set the ball back to his guys.
Hand pass by Thim. Rosenthal on the big. Swatted up top by Grigoriev. Set outside to Thim. Thim swings high and hard, dug by Hino. And Stewart gets underneath it, and it falls on the Irvine side. The thing is, how far that ball traveled off of Thim's hit. He had some serious pace on it.
Well, and a nice dig back there. If Flexen hadn't tripped, he would have got the second ball, I think.
7 serving to 6, and Guillermo Voss back to serve for Hawaii. Voss 4 kills, hitting .375. He's got only 1 block assist, which is kind of a shocker. I feel like he's been doing a lot more than what the stats show.
Right. Well, obviously they're going around him. He's changing what Irvine can do.
So Voss hits his hybrid as he normally does, goes down the line to Hanno, Stewart back to Darcy. Darcy up and over the block, down the line towards Voss, 7-7. Darcy a little quiet tonight for Irvine, but that quiet means 6 kills.
Challenge on whether the ball was in or out.
So Charlie Wade pulls the green credit card, challenging that the ball was out. The original call was the ball was in, point Irvine. So we'll wait and see what's called on the court while we're at it.
I did not see the ball hit, but as I looked at it, I thought it was going out.
And in case you're wondering, well, let's look at this first. Yeah, that was definitely in.
Oh, it's way in.
I make mistakes, but that was definitely
and
in.
Voss might have touched it. So 0 for 2.
But before we saw that replay, UCLA takes down Grand Canyon 3-2. So looks like
UCLA should win the MBSF league. Now it goes to the tournament. Tournament winner is an automatic berth in the NC2A.
Well, because they still have a pair of matches, both of them. UCLA faces CUI for 2 next weekend, and then GCU hosts Pepperdine for 2 in Phoenix. Ball's passed by Sakanoko. Rosenthal in the middle. There's a double contact. Ball slid through his hands, and no shocker. I mean, look how wet everyone is right now.
Yeah, yes.
And he's got big hands.
Well, yeah, he works hard for a guy his size. That's what's impressive.
8 serving to 7. Darcy back to serve. Goes deep in the corner, a little wide and long. Ties it up at 8. That brings Elaka'i Todd back to serve. Todd 9 kills, hitting .167. 3 of the kind's got an ace, an assist. 5 digs for Hawaii. Delivers down the line, overpass, picked up by Todd. Fred Rosenthal looks, shoots to Neustrer, who hammers it downtown, and welcome to the bounce house.
That was all set up. They got the free ball. It was all set up by Elaka'i Todd's pass. With Rosenthal front row, Todd put it right on top of the net, which forced Irvine to jump with him, which left Neustrer one-on-one over there and hitting the ball into the seam.
And with that, the seesaw goes back Hawaii's way up 9-8. Ball's passed by Flexen. One-hand dish in the corner, misses wide. Stewart tried to poke it in the deep corner wisely, but it just missed a few inches.
Yeah, you know, that old saying, it doesn't have to be that good.
Going back to serve, or do we have a challenge? We do have a challenge. Challenge by UC Irvine. I didn't see what it was. I'm going to assume that they're going to challenge the ball was in.
Is that what he said?
I missed Chris Hahn's call as he looked up at Brian Brokenbow. So we'll assume that unless there was a net earlier on in the play.
You know, you and I both watched a lot of replays here, and that's almost a safe call is just to challenge it and then let them look at the net. because so often there are nets that are not called.
So play stands is called, so Coach Niffin's out of time challenges, unless he has one more, as Charlie said.
He's got one more.
So 10-8 is our score here in set number 3. We're all tied up at 1 set apiece. Alakai Todd steps back to the service line for Hawaii. Todd listed at 6'9", goes cross court, misses long. Just not enough topspin to drop it off the end line. 9 serving 10.
He serves an interesting ball. He serves almost a side spin on it. To see how that ball curved, and he serves it cross court into the deep part of the court. He almost got that one.
It's almost like the English shot when you're playing billiards. Flexen back to the service line, goes cross court to Sakanoko, off the net. Rosenthal on the big to Sakanoko, and look out below. The freshman from Paris, France, delivering. Just hanging and banging out of the back row. Power made the right move, but there's too much heat on the ball.
Yeah, Irvine was almost surprised to see that set come.
Keone Thim awaiting serve on the Hawaii side, up by a pair at 11-9. Looking at Louis Sakanoko, the freshman outside hitter from Paris, France. Thim listed at 6 foot. On the night, Thim with 5 kills, hitting 200. He's got 8 digs, a solo block and a block assist. Power, tight pass, and pushing it through the block is Sakanoko. And we got a net violation called on Sakanoko. And looks like we're gonna have a challenge.
Sakanoko's definitely denying that he touched the net.
Ooh, that was a follow through right there.
Yeah.
So we do have a challenge on the court by Hawaii. Head coach Charlie Wade that there was no touch on the net by his athlete, Louis Sakanoko. So Chris Hahn looking for the replay footage here courtside. What do you say, Charlie? What did you see on that? Because I actually only caught the tail end of that.
It looked like, just like the one before with Stewart, it looked like he pushed it, and then
someone netted down below. You see the movement at the bottom?
Oh, that was, yeah, Stewart netted on the way up.
Well, that's a quick review by Chris Hahn, our R2.
Yep.
So the play is overcalled, or the ruling is overruled. Oh my God, my English is a little bad here. The play is overruled. Point going to Hawaii, now up 3, 12-9. But there was a net down below. You saw it shake before the ball made it top of the net. Then back to serve, up 12-9. And Coach David Niven holding up the play now, speaking to the R2.
And Coach Charlie Wade twirling his finger going, let's go, let's go, let's go. His team's on a roll. He wants to keep them on a roll. This is kind of a delay in the action.
So I'm curious because we did see movement on the net down below. I wonder, well, they would have called the net on the Irvine side then with a gesture on the Irvine side of the net, but they're challenging specifically the follow through on the block.
He said, he looked down here, Chris Hahn gave us the 3 signal. 3 means net.
So it looks like Coach David Niffin's okay with the overruled call. Keone Thim waiting back there to serve for Hawaii, up 12-9. Interesting turn of events here in set number 3. Hawaii rolling so far as Thim goes to a topspin pass by Power. Stewart out to Heno, and he throws it into the block of Nustra, who is on fire.
You know, I noticed this in Hawaii watching them at the outrigger. They have figured out Heno's 2-hand hit. They just wait and block late. They don't jump early. They let him go up. And then as he goes to throw the ball, then they get their hands over on top of it. And it really has negated his scoring with a 2-hander.
That's 4 block assists for Nustra. Now with the Bows up 14-9 here in set number 3. Thim unloads, pass by Flexen, set by Hano. Darcy goes cross court, dug by Thim, dumped at the net by Rosenthal. And they're calling a lift. I don't know about that, Charlie. The ball was coming fast. And Coach Charlie Wade is not happy with the call of lift on Trent Rosenthal. That ball was dug so quickly by Thim in the middle back. Had so much pace off the dig. It was going to go over anyways. It's just a misdirect, if anything.
You know, Rosenthal would have been, because it was so quick, a lot better off just taking it with one hand. Because the second hand, that's where he created the lift.
So Alakai Todd goes to the Brian Brokenbow and asks for knuckles. after I guess you disagree with the call.
That's Alakai Todd.
10 serves at 13. Grigoriev goes into the net, and point goes to Hawaii up 14-10. As Neustra goes back to service side. Look at Neustra's numbers. 4 kills, 0 errors on 7 swings, hitting .571, 4 block assists.
He has come to play.
Could he be the X factor for tonight, though? Neustra goes down the line, hand pass by Heno, set back out to Heno. Heno winds up, dug into the net, saved by Sakanoko's under the net. Sherwood sets middle, and knocking it off of Neustra is Campbell. And Neustra immediately says, no, I got it, I touched it. 11 serving to 14, and that brings Brett Sherwood back to serve. Sherwood, 32 assists and 6 digs, goes spin to Troy. Rosenthal on the big to Thim, and he bangs out of the back row, throwing a little thunder. 15 serving 11 as we go to the media timeout with Hawaii leading 15-11. Don't go away, we've got more Big West volleyball. At the numbers here between Neustra and Louis Sakanoko, who have really turned it up. Sakanoko, 12 kills, hitting .417. He's got 8 digs, an ace, and Neustra, 4 kills, 0 errors, hitting .571 and 4 block assists. Rosenthal down the line, almost gets the ace, but saved by Sherwood. Heno hits off the block and puts it away. Point going to Irvine, 12 serving to 15. That brings Ilir Heno back to serve, 11 kills, hitting .222. You're looking at William Darcy at the net as Heno steps back to serve as he gets the whistle from Brian Brokenbow. Cuts it cross court, Thim just pops it up in the air. Rosenthal high ball to Todd. Todd looks, goes high off the block wisely. Point going to Hawaii. 16 serving at 12. Todd had all 3 of the biggest blockers on his side of the net and still won out.
Campbell's not getting his right shoulder closed. Oh, that hit off of Darcy.
Sakanoko back to serve for Hawaii, up 16-12. High toss, he just spins it over towards Power. Sherwood outside to Flexen. Flexen hits it long. Point going to Hawaii. 17 serving to 12.
Flexen's not getting any snap on the top.
Sakanoko stepping back to the service line. There is definitely like backspin on that attack.
Yeah, he's not snapping.
Sakanoko again to serve for Hawaii. Took a little off it last time, so he does this time. This time goes to the heat, but goes into the net. 13 serving to 17 after the service error, and we're going to see the Connor switch or substitution as Connor Dom comes in for Connor Campbell. 13 serving to 17.
Connor Dom always has some action on it, and he's got nerves of ice.
Dom listed at 6'4", junior from Danville, floats it over to Sakanoko, tight pass, Rosenthal goes back to Todd. Todd dug by Dom, and it's dug up and out of play, so good swing by Todd, snapping it down the line, 18-13 Hawaii. Checking in is Kai Taylor for Guillermo Voss on the Hawaii side. Also back in, Connor Campbell for Connor Dom. Taylor in for serving and defensive purposes.
Taylor's got a good whip on the serve. His jump has really improved in his year at Hawaii. Gets way up and gets good snap on it.
Good pass by Heno, Sheward to Darcy. Darcy snaps it, dug by Rosenthal, set by Sakanoko, right side to Todd. Todd rolls it over the block, dug by Heno. Sheward looks, shoots outside to Flexen. Flexen blocks, and that's Nooster and Todd clamping down on Flexen. 19 serving to 13. Flexen got a good look, and we got a timeout taken by UC Irvine, trailing by 6. Here in set number 3. Taylor, high toss, goes down the line, pass by Heno. Sheward goes back to Darcy. Darcy is denied by none else than Kurt Noosterer. Make that block assist number 6. 20 serving to 13, and the Hawaii crowd getting into it right behind us here courtside.
Yeah, they will. If things are going good for Hawaii, the Hawaii crowd will really get into it.
Taylor back to serve, up 20 to 13. Taylor goes cross court to Power. Sheward slings it to Grigoriev, blocked, covered by Power. Sheward in the middle to Grigoriev again. He knocks it off of Nooster. Point going to Irvine, 14 serving at 20. And for the first time, we're going to see Joe Carlos in for Will Darcy on the Irvine side. And back in comes Guillermo Voss for Kai Taylor. Carlos, a 6-foot redshirt senior setter from Costa Mesa, California. Pepperdine transfer from Newport Harbor High School.
And a very, very good player, good team player.
Carlos on the spin, goes cross court to Choi. Rosenthal, high ball to Thim. Thim off the block, dug by Heno. Carlos goes in the set to Heno, off the block. Rosenthal keeps it in play. Choi handsets right side to Todd and knocks it off of Carlos. And with the fist pump is Charlie Wade courtside, excited for Alakai Todd as we have a football score 21-14. Alakai Todd back to serve for Hawaii.
This is, they ran, last time UC Irvine ran a 6-2, 2 setters, was in Hawaii at the Outrigger tournament, and they worked very well. They went 5 sets and played well.
Carlos on the pass from Power back to Flexen, and Flexen puts it away. Point going to Irvine, 15-21. The question is, will Brett Sheward get a set?
Yeah. He in Hawaii, he got 3 kills. Of course, they weren't blocking on him. They were just blocking on everybody else. But Carlos was all mad. He goes, I said Brett 3 times. He never set me.
Akil Tengator back to serve for Irvine. 15 looking at 21. We've got a new look Anteater roster as Tengator serves to Sakanoko. Back to Sakanoko, and he goes off the block of Sheward and Grigoriev. 22 serving to 15. Keone Thim back to serve for Hawaii. For Sakanoko, 12 kills, hitting .417. He's got an ace and 8 digs on the night. Thim looks, high spin toss, goes off the cable, but it stays on the Hawaii side. 16 serving at 22. Grigoriev back to serve for Irvine. Grigoriev 5 kills, 0 errors, hitting .500. Stands at 6'4", sophomore middle from Walnut Creek. Goes cross court towards Choi. Rosenthal outside of Sakanoko. He's denied by Sheward, and it falls out of play. Sheward with the solo stuff. 17 serving to 22.
Sheward made a nice drop with his left arm to get him. Great block. Just kind of waited on him and then dropped it in very, very quickly.
You know Rosenthal's going to go to him again.
Yep. Wouldn't you?
Well, as a former setter, yes, and that's the only reason why I knew that.
Of course, Nooster's on the other side of him, so.
17 serving to 22. Grigoriev is serving it up again. Goes cross court. Choi to Rosenthal. Back to Todd, defying all what we said. Picked up by Tengator. In the middle is Campbell. Pushes it through the block of Noosterer. 18 serving at 22, and Coach Charlie Wade has seen enough as Irvine goes to 18 to pull it in 4. Timeout Hawaii. Service for Irvine. Grigoriev on the high toss, goes into the net. Good timeout for Charlie Wade and the Rainbow Warriors. 23 serving to 18. That brings Kevin Calling in for Kurt Neustra. Calling, the 6'7" graduate setter from Naperville, Illinois. Interesting front row for Irvine at the moment. We'll see what they do. Calling goes cross court over towards Tengatur, and Hano's denied by Rosenthal. And we have set point Hawaii serving at 18.
So often the ball gets passed into area 4 over there, and Irvine keeps the ball there. They set that real quick set outside, and Hawaii just matched up one big blocker and the other big blocker.
Calling off the cable, Tengatur with a pass. Carlos out to Hano. Hano off the block, dug by Todd. Rosenthal backs at the Voss, dug by Power. Goes into the net. Free ball by Carlos. Todd hand pass, and it looks like they're calling double contact on Seward on the play, but it late into the rally, and we're gonna have some drama here. Is Irvine going to settle?
An assist. Rosenthal's got 36 assists for kills, and Schuert's only got 25.
Keone Thim going back to service off, set number 4. Hawaii gonna try and shut it down in 4, or will UC Irvine push a 5th set tiebreak? Thim awaiting the whistle, gets it, gets the high toss with a lot of spin, goes towards Flexen. Bad pass saved by Schuert, and knocking it in the middle is Grigoriev, but he hits it long. Point going to Hawaii. 1 serving to 0. Irvine out of rhythm here, already to start the 4th set.
Yeah, that's what kind of happened when Flexen went down.
Thim back to serve, takes a deep breath, looks at the anteater side, goes off speed to Heno, and Heno passes almost out of play, saved by Darcy. Free ball picked up by Todd. Rosenthal looks, shoots middle to Neustra, and Neustra wins out. Point going to Hawaii, 2 serving to 0. Neustra going cross body on the quickie.
Well, it's just a physical match, a mismatch. Grigoriev is 4 inches shorter than Neustra, and they knew with the free ball they're just going to go to him.
Them on the toss again, racks it and goes long. Point going to UC Irvine as they get on the board at 1, looking at 2. Grigoriev steps back to the service line. Grigoriev with 5 kills and 1 attack error, hitting .364. Grigoriev, second on the team in aces. Has a couple already here tonight. We got a delay courtside. Coach Charlie Wade speaking to Chris Hahn. I believe there's a complaint about the Irvine bench bending in to watch the match. The coaching chess game is happening, Charlie.
I'm a little. Charlie Wade complains about calls like that, and then he's the one talking to the ref about this should be called.
And Neustra unloads, bouncing it downtown. 3 serving to 1. Neustra just comes up unassuming. You know, he's been pretty fiery, but that last, like, yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, he is definitely on a roll.
That's kill number 6 for Neustra, now hitting .667. Neustra on the spin, goes cross starts flex and make that an ace. Neustra, first ace on the night, results in point number 4 here in set number 4. Neustra having a stellar night for Hawaii. On the season for Neustra, that's ace number 25. Goes down the line and misses just wide. Point going to Irvine, 2 serving to 4. You can tell he hit the inside of the ball because that had a weird rotation that brought that ball out of play.
I was just afraid because of the way things have been going for Hawaii of that ball dropping in, even though he missed it.
That brings Brett Seward back to serve. 2 looking at 4. He spins it towards Sakanoko. Rosenthal, one-hand dish and a little shake and bake on the quick back attack. Rosenthal, one-hand dish back over towards Voss.
Yeah, talk about that. That's the freshman schooling the seniors. He went up, took both blockers with him, and they just threw the back set.
Jakob Tella did that a few times with Voss, a few times. Great for the highlight reel. Great serve by Rosenthal. Seward, high ball, right side 2. Heno, who's blocked in the net, and it falls on the Andover side as Campbell was there on the cover. And Irvine really out of sorts here in set 4 as Hawaii goes up 6-2.
That's Campbell. Campbell hasn't been real sharp so far today anyway. Well, maybe that he had such a good match yesterday.
Rosenthal with 4 kills as a setter, hitting .444, 39 assists, 8 digs, a solo, and 3 block assists. Tough serve pass by Power. Seward to Heno. Heno winds up, swings, dug by Thiem. Rosenthal outside 2. Sakanoko dug by Seward. Free ball by Power.
Set the middle.
And Todd lets it go out of play wisely. And Coach David Niffen quickly takes a timeout with his team trailing 7-2. Don't go away. We've got more volleyball coming your way here on who has been hot all night. Back to serve, serves it out of play off the lines official, Robert Reyes. Sits in and takes it for the team.
Well, and that wasn't very far out. That was a couple inches out.
Heno back to serve for Irvine, 3 serve to 7. Heno for the Anteaters, 12 kills, but hitting only 167 on the night. Heno, high toss, goes cross court, drills it off of Choi. Rosenthal outside to Todd, tries to tip it down line, dug by Carlos, back set by Heno to Flexen, Flexen through the block, dug by Thiem. Rosenthal back to Sakanoko. Sakanoko chops it cross court and somehow finds an empty real estate in area 2.
As the third blocker comes in, the back right defender needs to slide up underneath the block and take that ball away.
Sakanoko going back to serve. That's kill number 14 for the freshman from Paris. Heno passes to Carlos. Darcy tips over the block, and Choi anticipated a shallow shot, but it was tipped high line. 4 serving to 8. Connor Campbell back to serve.
Both Darcy and Flexen jump so high. They're so tall. They seem to not look at the court. That's the first time they've really looked to throw a tip to the open spot.
And Guillermo Voss with a power tip. He came in quick on the back attack, but almost mishit it.
Yeah, it looked like he mishit and brought his arm back around to make it work.
9 serving to 4. Voss back to serve for Voss. That's kill number 6. He's only got 1 attack error. He's hitting .455. Voss floats it towards Heno. Carlos sets back to Darcy. Darcy bangs it by Thiem and Neusterer. 5 serve to 9 as Darcy goes back to serve. Darcy, the 6'10" sophomore opposite hitter from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. That's kill number 8 as he's hitting 176. Choi to Rosenthal to Neusterer, and Neusterer drops the hammer.
They're just running the middle, blatantly running the middle over and over and over and over, daring Irvine to stop them.
10 serving to 5, and Alakai Todd back to serve for Hawaii. Todd having a great night as well. It's got 12 kills, but serves that one into the net. 6 serving at 10. That brings Flexen back to serve. Flexen only hitting 125. He's got 5 kills, but you can tell there's been a change in the Anteater offense since he had that injury late in the second set.
Yeah, even his action, he's not popping. He's not as crisp as he was before.
Balls pass out of play, saved by Rosenthal. Todd swings away, but goes into the net. 7 serving at 10. Interesting, because I saw Todd look down to look for the defense. He must have lost track of the ball because that was just hit so low.
I think it dropped on him. Hino was smart. He had his hands up ready to block, and he just pulled him down, got him out of the way.
Flexen back to serve again, takes a deep breath, leads himself into the court, goes off the cable, make that an ace for Flexen. Point UC Irvine as Coach Charlie Wade takes a timeout with his team.
Seeds for the tournament, which is the following week.
If I were to guess here, Flexen will deliver on the jumper, and he misses as long as he does. What I was going to say was, I believe the number 6 seed right now will still remain UC Santa Barbara, because the head-to-head, San Diego beat them in 3, and it took 5 last night for Santa Barbara to win. 11 serving to 8 after the service error. Keone Thiem serving it up for the Bows. Thiem high toss, goes cross court to Power. Carlos back set to Darcy. Darcy dug by Choi, goes up and over, picked up by Carlos, bump set by Grigoriev, swung by Heno on just a nasty back bump set.
Nice set, hit it right to Professor Champy over there in the Gucci seats.
9 serving 11, and Grigoriev just had so much spin off that no-look back bump set, and swinging for the stars was Heno.
He just took off.
Grigoriev serving for Irvine, trailing by a pair. Pass by Thiem. Rosenthal outside to Sakanoko off the block. And a Sakanoko with a lot of velocity goes high hands and out of play. 12 serving to 9. I thought our lives were going to pass before us, Charlie, because Sakanoko opened up his body for that angle right where we were at.
I knew you would have protected me and dove in front of me to save me.
Yeah, you got to up your life insurance, Charlie. Nooser on the serve, goes into the net. Point going to Irvine. 10 serving to 12 as Carlos steps back to the service line. Just realized Carlos just went through 3 rotations in the front row, and I thought Hawaii would have manipulated that.
Didn't capitalize on it.
Carlos on the jump serve, pass by Thiem. Rosenthal on the big to Thiem, and he bangs it off of Campbell and out of play. He came in so fast behind that middle attack. That is the shake and bake of offenses right there. Thiem, just you see him rise above Voss on the approach.
We've seen some good, really, really quick bicks, including UCLA this year, and this is the quickest bick we've seen. It's really low.
Good pass by Flexen, back to Heno, and he tips it off the antenna. Point going to Hawaii, 13 serving to 10. They're trying to go really quick on that ball, and Heno was looking for the block, but got the antenna instead. But you see Sakanoko just drop his arms.
Yeah.
Way too familiar with each other, apparently. Rosenthal back to serve, up 14 to 10 here in set number 4. Rosenthal goes towards Heno. Carlos sets high out to Darcy, goes off the block, dug by Thiem. Rosenthal on the quick back to Voss, and Voss puts it away, snapping on a quick back attack. 15-10, timeout taken by Coach David Nippon of UC Irvine. Charlie, that's a quick string of 3 points there. Rosenthal has 45 assists and 8 digs, 3 block assists and a solo, along with 4 kills and 0 errors. Rosenthal spins down the line to Flex, and Carlos looks, goes to the big, tipped at the net, covered by Darcy. Carlos sets high out to Darcy again, and sneaks it by the block of Todd and Voss. 11 served to 15 on the much-needed point by Irvine, stopping the run by Hawaii. That's Alir Heno steps back to serve for Irvine. Heno on the night, 13 kills, goes down the line, misses long, and you could tell he just went for it all on that ball, but not enough snap.
As I've said before, he wants to serve from area 5, serve that same serve to area 5 over there, and it's in.
Louis Sakanoko serving it up for the Bows, goes towards Power. Carlos in the middle to Campbell's block, covered by Carlos. Flexen swings again, covered by Carlos. And Heno was there on the cover, and Carlos stuck his hand in front of it And you can tell Heno is visibly frustrated with Irvine down 17-11. So Carlos calling the offense, but Sakanoko stepping back to serve for Hawaii. Sakanoko bombs down the line, pass by Power. Carlos back to Darcy. Darcy throws down. Point going to Irvine, 12 serving to 17. If Irvine wants to get back into it, now is the time as we are entering the latter part of the fourth set. The final third, crunch time.
Crunch time.
Connor Dahm checks in for Campbell.
Hawaii right now is on such a flow, such a confident flow. It's going to be really tough to come back and catch him.
Dahm goes down the line. Thim passes, shoot to Voss, and Voss pulls the trigger on the shoot set. 18 serving at 12, and Hawaii like a well-oiled, confident machine right now. Kai Taylor checks in for Guilherme Voss for serving and defensive purposes. Taylor may not have any aces to his name tonight, but his serve is creating havoc on the anteater side.
Yeah, he serves seams and serves it hard.
For Taylor, he is listed at 6'2", goes down the line to Flexen. Carlos goes back to Darcy, who shoves it into the block, picked up by Hawaii, shoots it, and Neusterer knocks it by the block, but I believe there's a net on Neusterer. I'm not sure what the referees are gesturing, but finally Brian Brokenbow gestures point to Irvine. There's a lot of movement on the net, and I didn't know if that's from the ball or down low.
It must have been Neuster.
Because his foot was up high, but we're on the other side. 13 serving to 8. Darcy chopped it towards Thim. Outside to Thim, who bangs it cross court. And Thim took the elevator to the 100th floor on that one.
Nice set by Rosenthal. Been running the middle. He ran the middle, and Max Grigorov had the max on him. Max jump, which left Joe Carlos blocking on Thim. That's not a good matchup.
19 serving at 13. Alakai Todd serving it up for the Bulls. Todd goes into the net, and he may have even foot faulted on that one. Point going to Irvine. Akil Tengatour checks in for Nolan Flexen. 14 serving to 19. Interesting front row for Irvine. Grigoriev, Heno, and Carlos, and it looks like
Heno's going to go on the right. Carlos will go on the left.
Tengatour looks to serve this 6'2" outside hitter from Pacific Palisades.
I was wrong.
Tight pass, and Rosenthal goes over on 2 on the 2-ball termination. 20 serving at 14. Flexen back in for Tengatour. Keone Thim back to serve. For Rosenthal, that's kill number 5, still with 0 errors, which means he's hitting 500 by himself.
Yeah.
Thim, little topspin pass by Flex, and Carlos outside to Heno, and he's denied by none else but Neuster and Rosenthal. And he falls hard to the floor, but bounces right back up, double flexes, and says, I'm putting up 450.
It's a little funny exchange going on between Heno and Joe Carlos. It's hard in this situation to be Heno because he's made, especially the ball's off the net, you got to go to him.
And banging it down the line is William Darcy, point going to Irvine. 15 serving at 21 as Grigoriev steps back to serve. A lot of communication on the Irvine side between Carlos, Heno, and Campbell. Strategizing at the net. And Rosenthal's in the front row, so if Carlos shifts over to the left side, we got a mismatch.
He didn't, he stayed.
And Sakanoko is denied by Carlos and Campbell.
You know,
Point
when
Irvine.
Sakanoko's in this rotation, he likes to hit the hard, strong line. The ball's got to cross his body. You hit it later in your swing. Someone like Joe Carlos can get him. Just waits, gets his elbows back, and forces the ball in.
16 serving at 21, still a 5-point deficit for Irvine. Tough serve, overpass, and winning out is Campbell. Picked up by Carlos. Grigoriev has to step in the set, and swinging away is Hino. Ball's dug over the net, picked up by Grigoriev. Carlos in the middle of Campbell, dug up and out of play. Point Irvine. 17-21. I suspect a timeout coming on the Hawaii side, but we'll see.
They've only got one left, though.
I would expect that Rosenthal's going to go over on two or shoot it out to Sakanoko.
The thing we haven't seen in the last few plays is the D set to Alakai Todd.
Grigoriev rips it long, and it's a break for Hawaii. Now up 22-17. As Kevin Calling comes in for Kurt Neuster. Calling for Hawaii, the 6'7" graduate student setter from Naperville, Illinois. Takes the big step and goes down the line to Flexen. Carlos shoots it back towards Darcy. Darcy in early, and he hits it wide. Point going to Hawaii, 23-17 on the unforced error. Calling back to serve again. Hawaii seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Calling, high toss again, goes towards Flexen. Carlos looks, shoots it out to Hino. Hino off the block, knuckle save by Rosenthal, bumps it by Todd. Sakanoko looks over the block, dug by Power, goes up and out of play, saved by Carlos. Free ball, and actually it's out of play. And that brings us to match point Hawaii.
Called a double on Joe Carlos.
So a double called on Carlos as he pursued the ball to the Hawaii side. Match point serving to 17. And Coach David Niven having some words with Chris Hahn, our R2. Calling takes a seat on the benches at the end line there. Kind of trying to blend into the crowd, but at 6'8", it's kind of hard.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Calling on the spin, goes and bounces off the end line for the walk-off ace for a point, set and match. But we have a video challenge on the court by head coach David Niven. Obviously, he's gonna challenge that the serve was long, which would make that 18-24 should he be successful. So we're looking for the replay. Let's see if that ball looks in, Charlie.
Does look in.
So we'll see what Chris Hahn reviews here on, and it looks like it's a quick review. Original call, the ball was in for the walk-off ace. And I believe play will stand as called if I read. Actually, the ball was called long. Oh, in that turn of events, the ball is called long. So it's 18 serving to match point number 2. Just goes to show you there are other views that we don't get to see here.
Yeah, that's, I wouldn't have bet on that one, but.
Carlos goes back to serve, 18 serve to match point number 2. Sakanoko on the good pass of Rosenthal, back out to Sakanoko. Sakanoko dug by Flex and bump set by Power. Heno swings high and misses wide and long, and we're gonna have another challenge? No, we don't.